This is me, 15 years ago. I had just finished a high school exchange program in rural Japan. Don't do the math. But 1 month after I returned to Australia, this happened.
A magnitude 9 earthquake hit off the eastern coast of Japan. It was the biggest earthquake ever recorded in Japan's history, triggering a tsunami that was up to 40 meters high in some places. Nearly 20,000 people lost their lives. In the wake of such loss, Japan began to rebuild. 15 years later, I'm heading to Iwate Prefecture, one of the regions most affected by the Great East Japan earthquake and tsunami, to visit something called the Michinoku Coastal Trail.
I don't know anything about this area, so our guide for this trip is the lovely Quinlan.
Lovely, wow. Hello.
Quinlan has been living in Iwate Prefecture for over 15 years, and he's invited me to come check out some of his favourite parts of the trail.
Let's do it.
All right, onward bound.
All right, let's go. This way?
For 3 days, I got to experience the beauty of this wild coastline, stay at local inns, and meet some amazing local residents and hear their stories. I went expecting a fun, physical adventure, but I had no idea how impactful this trip would end up being for me.
Oh, hi. Nice to meet you. Hi. Yes.
Quinlan is a tour guide for Northern Japan Horizons.
These are the snow monsters.
He likes snow monsters and hiking, and he's so knowledgeable about this part of the country.
This is a Japanese magnolia leaf. I love Mount
You can
Iwate.
see baby stalactites forming.
His passion was infectious, and he had a story for every place we went to, whether it was a local legend or a living legend from the community.
They both fired arrows from enormous bows here, and the one who shot the arrow the farthest was gonna get the girl. The Michinoku Coastal Trail, or MCT for short, is this new 1,000-kilometer trail that was opened in 2019 that goes all the way from Hachinohe in Aomori down to a city called Soma in Fukushima. And it was initially conceived as a project to bring people to this devastated coast, northeastern Japan, to breathe new life into the area.
He takes people for immersive 7-day tours along the coastal trail. It's customized to feature the highlights based on the seasons, interests, and stuff like that.
That one right down there looks like an elephant, doesn't it?
The coastline is so incredibly beautiful, especially when seen from above. But my highlight of the first day was definitely when we headed down and got to hike between the giant rocks.
On the other side of this is one of my favorite parts. How do you feel about ladders?
Although this is technically part of the trail, I would never have been able to find this on my own. There were no people around apart from us, and the rocky beaches were so clean and untouched. Things like this ladder were literally the only sign to give away that we were actually still on the official trail. That and the caves. But if it weren't for Quinlan,
That is dark.
no way I would have dared go in there alone.
Yeah, it's quite dark.
Look at the texture of this too, colors.
And this is part of the official trail.
That's so cool.
It's so glorious.
Whoa.
Bam.
Oh my goodness. This is amazing.
Very Indiana Jones.
We just came out of there, and now we're going to be walking into that tunnel there. This trail is super cool. We're like walking on these rocks and just walking past these ginormous like monoliths in the ocean. It's so surreal. Whoa. It's the beach.
Yes. I love this little thing. I think it looks like Totoro. Yeah, this is like, I sort of designated this my lunch spot because I like the silhouette of this, this whole area. It's just nice.
You came here the first time by yourself?
Yes.
Were you scared?
No, I was so excited.
Really?
It was so cool. I was just blown away by that it's free, there's no admission, there's no gate, there's no anything. It's just, you just come here. I was like, wow.
But like if we all turned our lights off now,
Yeah,
it
we
would
can
be
do-
pitch black.
Oh yeah, want to do that for a second for fun?
Yeah.
I can do that.
Good up.
Sensory deprivation chamber level black.
Did you just start walking in the darkness?
Yes, I did. I was holding my hand in front of me, but...
Okay.
And there is a bat.
Oh my goodness.
Hello, kitty. 寝てる。そう、冬眠してる。
Tommy?
で、虫食べるから、虫がいない時期冬眠する。
So skilled. Makes it look so easy. It is not.
I know I'm making it look like it's really hard, but it's really not. I just have short legs. The part we walk today is maybe like a high, beginner, low, medium. It's just really fun because of all the different sections and the views you
This
get.
is a nice part of the trail.
I was really struck by the raw, untouched beauty here, and I loved exploring it, but I've kind of felt myself caught between these feelings of awe and unease, knowing what had happened here just 15 years ago. I didn't know it at the time, but over the next couple of days, as I got to meet people and hear their stories, these feelings would only get more complicated.
So this area here for the last several hundred years, because of it being like a valley with a really nice sort of protected harbor, has been a place where fishermen came. So no one had a home here, it was just fishing huts. On the base of that tree, there's a blue sign. You see sort of speck of blue? That's how high the tsunami went. They marked it over there as well. So all of these buildings were of course completely destroyed, but because they were marked for historical preservation, they documented them really well and were able to reconstruct them. Everybody evacuated safely, no one died here, not a single person. One guy with balls of steel is like, no, if we evacuate, my boat's gonna be destroyed. I don't wanna lose my boat. And so he got in his boat and went straight out into the ocean. And he alone saved his boat. So because once you get, 500-600 meters offshore, the tsunami is just a swell. And so he just went up over it.
Then merge onto the road.
These are the cormorant nest cliffs here. The reason why a lot of people who stay on the coast continue to share information and tell their stories and talk about the tsunami is because it will happen again. On average, they happen every 40 or so years. There was a really bad one in 1896, another one in 1933, the one in 1960 wasn't so bad, and then 2011 was horrible. It's gonna happen, and the goal is that next time it happens, unlike 2011, where 20,000 people lost their lives, unlike that, we want no one to die. And if we remember all the lessons and are actively passing them down to the next generation, the idea is to prevent any loss of lives. Property, big deal. I mean, it's a big deal, but we can rebuild lives we can, right? So.
As much as I love rural Japan, it can be difficult to get around, mostly because there's limited resources in languages other than Japanese. So having someone like Quinlan, who knows all the best places to go and stay and is fluent in Japanese, just really takes a weight off.
Holy shit, look at the view!
Try the massage chair. I jumped straight in that hot tub outside on the deck. It was amazing. But this place is called Nagisatei Taroan Hotel. The owner, Matsumoto-san, used to run a separate hotel that was unfortunately destroyed in the 2011 tsunami. Very close to here actually. But this is their new hotel and it's very nice. Kind of gives like modern ryokan vibes with like this tatami floor. It's really nice having a private place to soak, especially on the balcony out here because you've got this beautiful view over the coast. Amazing. But Kay's been in that massage chair for like an hour. He fell asleep, like passed out. It's so nice, the way it like massages your feet. Oh my God.
We're actually going to meet the owner, Matsumoto-san, tomorrow morning. But for now, let's go to dinner. It was kind of like a Japanese-French fusion with a lot of unique local seafood ingredients.
What is mambo?
Yeah, you could put like a overlay image of it if you're curious. It is a funny looking fish.
Okay.
The presentation of each dish was unreal and everything was delicious. But if I had to pick a favorite, it would have to be this steak. Oh my God. It's called tankakugyu. It's like a rare, lean type of wagyu. Pretty premium, I think. But yeah, best steak I've had in Japan to date.
Good morning. We just had our morning ofuro upstairs. So we warmed up our bodies and now I'm enjoying some complimentary coffee, watching the sunrise over the coast. It's surreal. It's so weird being so close to
the ocean and it being so calm. I'm not really used to that. I'm used to crashing waves on like a surf beach. I don't know, I'm very much enjoying this. The peacefulness of no wind and waves.
これからその津波の当日のやつを映します。で、私は当日はホテルの1階のところにいました。1階でテレビとか置いてある場所にいたんだけども、そこで話をしてたんですが、そこに地震が来たので、これは大きな地震だったので必ずなんか津波来るなっていう感じはしました。それで、地震が終わった後にすぐ外に津波の情報を得るために外に出たら放送が流れてました。で、放送の内容は大津波警報が発令されました。予想の津波の高さが3メートル以上っていう放送が流れたので、3メートルだったのでそんなに大きくないなと思って、余裕を持ちながら6階のところに逃げることに決めてました。で、自分が逃げる前に、ホテルの中にいた人たちにまだ予約のお客さんは入ってなかったけども働いている人たちが何人かいたので、その人たちに逃げるように話をして、私はパイプも壊れててホテルの床のところにお湯が流れてきてたので、水道の元栓くらいは閉めようかなと思って元栓を閉めてから、ホテルの6階に上がっていきました。で、ホテルの6階の窓から見たのがこれです。で、もう津波が来てます。あれ、津波来たよ。早く逃げて。早く逃げないと。津波来たよ。
Matsumoto-san asked us not to share the footage. But even if he had let us, I don't think I could have. It was terrifying. The wave was not 3 meters high. It was 17.
地震が起きてからホテルに津波が来るまでは、40分くらいあるんですが、津波が見えてからは2分くらいしかないんですよ。だから大きなのが来てからじゃ逃げるの間に合わないですよ。早く逃げてくださいっていうことが教訓になりますね。
その自分が見た時にどういう気分でしたか？
大きなのが来た時はもう今までおじいさんとか聞いてたその津波の想像と全然別物が現れたので、これを取って残さないとならないなと思いましたね。で、本当の津波ってこんなのだよっていうのを伝えないとならないなと思って、電池もあんまりなかったけども、取れるだけ取ったり、自分が生き残れるかどうか分かんなかったけども、生き残ったらその映像がみんなに伝えられたらいいなって撮ってました。
I wanted to ask more questions afterwards, but I just couldn't speak.
はい、ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。
It's that right corner window up there. That's where he was standing when he filmed it.
The tsunami warning was upgraded from 3 meters to 5 and then 10 meters and higher. But the electricity went out, so nobody heard it.
The water went all the way up to the roof of the 3rd floor and everything up until that floor was destroyed. Just picturing what it would have been like to be on the top floor here, as Matsumoto-san was, watching the wave come over the tsunami wall and seeing people still there. I woke up thinking how beautiful that coastline was, and now I'm looking at it in a totally different light.
All right, we'll go through the other side of the seawall and see the rocks.
Is that the seawall now?
Yeah, we're going to be going right through the sea gate to the other side of it. So you see this building here. Yeah, this one straight ahead. It's an ice making little facility for, you know, ships need it to preserve fish. But if you look at the yellow things, it's kind of backlit now. But you see the yellow one that says Heisei on it, 17.3. That's the height of the most recent tsunami up there. That's 17.3 meters. And then the Meiji one in 1896 was 15 meters, you see just below it.
Yeah.
And then the 1961 there, 10 meters right When you see it like that high above you, imagine a wall of water, you know, that high. It's pretty intense.
Oh, wait. I was looking at the wrong one.
You were looking
It's
at the-
all the way up there.
All the way up there. Yeah,
Holy
that's the most recent one, that hike. So that's wild. And this too is part of the trail.
Oh, really?
Yes, yes. And these are the three kings rocks, San no Yua. Man rock in the center, woman rock to the left, and that's Taiko Yua, drum rock there to the right. Yeah, those three.
Quinlan, where were you on that day?
That was a Friday, and the earthquake happened around 2:45 p.m. in the afternoon. I was driving my car actually in Hanamaki in Iwate Prefecture at the time. And at first I didn't think it was an earthquake. I thought something malfunction was happening with my car. I thought the engine was breaking down because it was like the steering wheel was like jerking over and it felt like something was wrong with the car. And so I pulled over. I sort of opened up the door and I felt like I had to jump out because I was afraid the car was actually going to flip on its side. That's how violently it was moving. And when I managed to leap onto the road, I was in the middle of the countryside. So it was just like snow-covered rice fields on either side of me. And there was electric wires going down one side and the poles were moving so violently, it was making this whoa, 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 whoa noise. And that went on for 5 minutes. I mean, anyone who's lived in Japan or somewhere with earthquakes, you probably experience them, and it's usually a few seconds, right? Maybe 20 seconds at the most. This is 5 minutes of the most violent shaking that anyone's felt in 100 years. And so after it finally stopped, I got back in and drove home, and house was fine, but everything in the house was a mess. I mean, dishware glasses were all shattered. But if anything, it made me more confident in the structure of houses because no ceiling didn't fall. There weren't any cracks in the walls. It was just everything in was messed up. The cell tower lasted for a couple hours afterwards, and then the battery must have went out. And so I did have cell reception for a little while after. So I was able to contact my family and tell them that I was okay, it was fine. But then that went out, so I couldn't contact them again. And the power was out from then until the following Monday. And it was cold and dark and snowy. And for a good week and a half, almost 2 full weeks, I think it was, the convenience stores and grocery stores were empty. Being in a small town, there was no lack of food. We all had rice and pickled vegetables. And so it was simple meals for a while. We wanted to drive supplies to the coast because we had a lot of winter supplies and we collected them. But in order to do that, we needed to get gas. And for the first more than a week, you had to line up, and at first it was like 10-hour lines. You had to wait like from late at night all the way into the early morning, and then it was rationed to 10 liters, so not that much gas. But we did manage to get enough gas, so we drove after a week to Kamaishi on the coast to deliver a bunch of supplies to the Red Cross that was set up there. And so I did see it in its untouched form. And yeah, you've seen footage, but being there, you know, just twisted piles of metal 3 stories high, huge cranes that are broken and twisted, boats on top of roofs. Yeah, it was really dramatic. Being from the inland, we recovered much quicker than the people on the coast. And I obviously, I feel weird talking about the event because my experience was so limited to inconvenience. I was never in any real danger, and compared to the people on the coast who lost their homes, lost loved ones, lost their lives, it feels like I don't have a right to tell this story because my experience was, if anything, it was character building. Like, oh, I learned what a little bit of scarcity is like, and it made me appreciate things better. So we didn't lose anything real, whereas the people on the coast lost, you know, everything. And are you good at skipping stones?
やってみる?
この季節誰も泳いでないから it's good for skipping stones.
Let's try.
We'll have a competition.
Yep. Oh wow, nice work. Here we go. Nice. That wasn't bad.
Here's my answer to that.
Show you how shiny this rock is.
Don't hit me.
Holy shit.
Bam.
How did you do that? Summer, this would be amazing.
Oh, it's so much fun. Yeah. Kids splash around, you can splash around, sit around. Yeah, it's all good.
Konnichiwa.
こんにちは。
ありがとうございます。
よろしくお願いします。So this is our traditional Japanese style room with a tatami floor, and we've got 2 futon beds here. Oh, even the little door handle space has got a little bit of artwork. Open this up, very typical Japanese style. We've got extra blankets and futons here. We've got our little table with these traditional Japanese chairs and a beautiful view of the ocean. This place is so cute. We've just arrived at our accommodation for the second night. It's called Houraikan Inn in Kamaishi. It gives a really like local community vibe, and we're actually going to be making local mochi downstairs like right now, so we're gonna go do that. So because it's the 4th of January, New Year's just happened a few days ago, we're gonna be participating in a mochi pounding activity, which is a traditional Japanese activity that you do for New Year's, but we're going to be making it in a very special way, unique to this region.
Mochi pounding, or mochitsuki in Japanese, is a New Year's tradition practiced in Japan. Glutinous rice is pounded in this big wooden bowl with this wooden hammer looking thing until it turns into a smooth consistency. You might have seen similar displays online. It's actually much harder in person. The mallet is heavy, and it is very difficult to coordinate the water adding in between without a fear of smashing them in the head, but we sure tried. But the part that makes the Iwate mochis unique is this. This is Iwasaki-san, but most people call her Okami-san, which means proprietress, as this is her hotel. She explained to us the origins of the walnut mochi and showed us how it used to be made, using these stones heavy with iron to crack the walnuts.
でも美味しい美味しい。
このね、やっぱウニくるみがね、くるみの中では一番美味しいと思いますよ。東北のこのくるみがね。で、油が出るまですごくすらないとダメなんですよ。やってみます？多分これ売ってるのと全然味違うはず。
おー、いいね。いただきます。
Once the walnut sauce was ready, they showed me how to turn that big slab of mochi into smaller pieces. We did it by hand, which was much harder than I thought it would be because the rice had turned so glutinous and was difficult to tear apart. It was then prepared with the walnut sauce and with a soup.
みんなであっちで試食します。お正月なんでお餅つきしましたけど、どうぞ召し上がれ。いただきます。
いただきます。
まずくるみだけの味をして食べてみますか。
Staying at Houraikan is a part of the Northern Japan Horizons tour, and although you can request to do this specific mochitsuki activity, there's generally some community activity that's being organized all the time.
どうですか？
ちょっとね、少し甘すぎた。
チーズ。乾杯。お疲れ様です。
Look at this spread. Oh my goodness. And then I found out what it was.
Oh yeah, even knowing what it is, you know, I knew what it was.
This hotel's really nice. It's got this gorgeous, like, homey, warm, local vibe to it. Especially, I think, in part thanks to Okami-san. She was so welcoming and made us feel right at home. And yeah, I found out she had a very traumatic experience in 2011 when the tsunami came.
After dinner, Okami-san was holding a talk in one of the community rooms where people could swing by if they wanted to hear about her story. Unfortunately, I didn't have Quinlan there to translate for me for this one, but I think I got the general gist. The tsunami was like right on their heels, and she actually got submerged in the tsunami itself, and miraculously somehow got pulled up out of it by the other people and managed to survive. I think everyone that she actually went to pick up from the hotel managed to survive thanks to her, which is a remarkable story, but God, what a traumatic experience that would have been. Today was emotionally heavy, but I mean, for the people that live here, this happened 15 years ago, so it kind of feels like there's a bit of a time disconnect in terms of us emotionally reacting to it to like today versus these people that have had to process this and survive. I don't know, it's just, I'm still processing. Houraikan, although damaged, wasn't destroyed in the tsunami, and Okami-san and the hotel became a refuge for 38 people in the wake of the event.
この旗はどうしたんですか？
これはね、大漁旗で私たち震災前からお客様をお見送りしてたの。で、これは同じ大漁旗でもラグビーの応援の大漁旗。
ああ、2019年。
そうそう、ラグビーワールドカップを応援するために作った大漁旗で、今はこれでお客様をお見送りしてる。楽しみに待ってます。また来てください。来ます。ありがとうございます。また会いましょう。ありがとうございます。ありがとうございました。
So we've just arrived at a fishing port in a place called Ofunato to meet a person called Isabelle. We've got a fire on the boat.
For so many people living on the coast, the 2011 tsunami was a disaster that changed their lives. Some decided to continue living here, some moved. But there were also people that didn't live on the coast at the time, but after the event, moved here. Meet Isabelle, a karate instructor from France. She was living in Tokyo in 2011, but began volunteering in this coastal town called Ofunato, helping with cleanup and restoration efforts. She now has a dojo here and works in tourism promotion while helping her husband with scallop farming. Today we got to join them on their boat, and Sasaki-san and Isabelle explained the unique way scallop farming is done here.
こうやって越えらせるこの養殖方法、耳釣りと呼ばれる養殖方法を考え出したのは大船渡出身です。俺じゃないよ。
It's a method that has now been replicated in other parts of the country.
What time do you normally go out? In the morning?
When we harvest them, we go in the middle of the night. We usually leave the port at like 2 a.m. And then the buyers, they come to pick them up about 5 a.m.
Okay.
So that you can have them fresh that day in the supermarket.
Wow, so you can eat them that day.
And then we can sell them if they are like 11 centimeters. And that's the size that's here. So when we feed them, we can also check the
measurement. I see, yeah.
After this, we're going to visit a restaurant to try some of their scallops. Is what I thought was going to happen until Isabelle just started grilling them right then and there.
So Isabelle is now roasting some of the scallops for us. Apparently they're still baby ones, so they grow to actually twice the size we're going to eat today, but they're still freaking huge. They look so good. I can't believe we're eating scallops on a boat, freshly caught from the sea. This was not on my 2026 bingo cards.
That is good. I've never had such a big scallop in my life.
Hi.
Well, I was born and raised in a small city, so I didn't feel so comfortable actually in Tokyo, living in Tokyo. So when I started traveling to Ofunato, I actually realized that I missed living with nature around me. And also after the tsunami, when I was volunteering, I was mainly helping to clean the city, but I really wanted to actually also participate to the reconstruction, but I really didn't know how. So as I was like traveling back and forth, I was like trying to think of how I could help Ofunato if I was living in Ofunato. People all know each other and help each other, and it's more friendly than a big city like Tokyo, where you hardly know your neighbors. So I like that. Yeah.
How do you like your life here?
The life here?
Yeah.
I love it.
So good to hear.
I could never work in an office again.
Fair enough.
As I was volunteering, I've seen everybody like start from the scratch again, like even for the scallop farming and everything. So I'm not sure how I will feel if that actually happens. But well, my house is up the hill, so I know if there is a tsunami, my house should be fine. I don't know, I'm not like especially scared.
Can you show us
I think.
the outfit with the bag as well? Yes, Queen. Yes, amazing.
Appreciate it. Thank you for coming.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci.
I'm going to put another trigger warning here. Again, no footage of the tsunami itself, but we're on our way to meet Yonezawa-san, who is a kataribe or local storyteller, and he's going to tell us his story of what happened on that day. And we're meeting him at the place where it all happened.
Yonezawa-san owned a packing store in the middle of Rikuzen Takata.
You may have noticed that you look around and it's the only building standing in this area. This was the center of downtown until 2011.
Right behind Yonezawa-san's store, where you see a staircase now, was the public hall and designated evacuation center for this area. It was also a 3-story building like his shop, but much, much bigger. But Yonezawa-san didn't end up evacuating. He was at his store when the tsunami hit.
なんで残ったんですか？
本当すぐそこが避難所だったから、ここからここまで走れば30秒もかかんないじゃないですか。いつでも逃げれるから、建物の様子を見てから逃げても大丈夫だろうっていう気持ちがあった。だから自分だけここに残った。
He was at his warehouse nearby when the earthquake hit and came straight away to make sure everyone was okay. Luckily, no one had been injured, so he sent his staff home to check on their own homes. His younger brother and parents stayed to clean up, while he went to clean up the warehouse. But once he got there, the tsunami warning came, telling everyone to head to the evacuation site.
本当は市民会館に直接行けばよかったんだけど、まだこの建物にうちの両親がいるかもしれないとか思って、最初にすぐに市民会館に行かずに一回こちらの建物に戻ってきたんですよ。誰もいなかった。もう両親たちが市民会館に行ったっていうのが分かったんで、それで安心したんですよ。で、自分もすぐそこに安全な場所があるから、すぐに行かなくてもいいなと。とりあえず2階3階の様子を見に行こうということで、2階3階に上がっていったんですよ。
The state of the second floor was no better than the first. But just before he headed up to the third floor, he happened to glance out the window.
ここがうちの駐車場だったんですけど、うちの駐車場の真ん中ぐらいまで真っ黒い波がバーッとこう溢れてるのがここで見えたんですよ。それを見て、うわ、津波が来たと。けれども、津波が来たと思っただけで、ここではまだ全然怖くなかったです。なんでかっていうと、ここ2階だから、ここまで来るって全く思ってなかったから。自分にとっては津波よりも3階の様子の方が気になったんですよ。それで3階に行きました。3階まで上がってここまで来まして、2階と同じようにここでまた見た。そしたらばもうその奥まで全部真っ黒だった。で、隣にね2階建ての家があったんだけど、2階建ての家の屋根がもう見えなくなり、でここで初めてああと思って大変だと思って、ここからはもう走って外見えなかったんですけど、外出ようとして開けようとしたらこれが開かなかったんですよ。なんで開かないんだと、ここでこうやってこう格闘したんですね。開かないっつって。でそのうちにちょっとずつギーって開きまして、このぐらい隙間が開いたんですね。そしたらばそこからファーッと風が入ってきて、ガッと開けたらワーッと風と砂がワーッと入ってきて、自分がこうやって開けたんだけど、パチパチパチパチパチ風と砂がこう体に当たって、で自分はパニックになりまして、とりあえず外出なくちゃっていうことで、それで自分は外出ました。
By the time he stepped out onto the roof, everything around him was covered in a black wave. But the wave was still rising, so he rushed to the highest point of the building.
He was right there when the wave went over the top of the roof and went under him.
And as the wave kept rising, so did he. And just when he thought it was not enough, the wave stopped just below him.
本当はそこにね、市民会館でっかい建物がそこに見えるはずなのに全く見えなかった。だからそれを見た時に、ああうちの父親と母親と弟はもうみんな死んじゃった。でその後はもう半分記憶が飛んじゃって、どのぐらい経ったんでしょうかね、2時間3時間ぐらい経って、もう周りが真っ暗になりまして、そこで真っ暗になった時に雪が降ってきたんですね。で雪が自分に頬にこう雪が当たった時に、ああ雪降ってきたって思って、下半身が濡れてるっていうのに気がつきまして、下半身が濡れてるっていうのに気がついた途端に寒さが襲ってきて、もう体がこう震え始めたんですよ。ブルブルブルブルブル。
As the cold kicked in, he slowly ventured down and went in search of something that he could use to keep him warm. The wave was gone, but had left piles of debris and wreckage. But being a packing store, he managed to find an unopened packet of plastic bags.
泥に埋まってたんだけど、それ取ってこうやって取れたらば、中は濡れてなかったんですね。カッターも。
His utility belt had a cutter, so he fashioned a poncho out of the plastic, which allowed him to sit on the wet floor and protect him from some of the wind.
で、あとこの上からまたかぶって、ここでこうやって次の日の朝までここでずっとこうやってました。
The next day, as rescue helicopters started passing overhead, he realized they couldn't see him. So he wrote a big SOS in the debris and waved his plastic bags around until finally he was spotted.
で、人がこう降りてきて、レスキューの人が降りてきて、であとその人に抱えられて、ヘリコプターに乗せられて避難所まで連れて行かれました。
Unlike Yonezawa-san's store, the evacuation center didn't have a roof to escape to. The wave completely engulfed it. No one that evacuated there survived.
Why do you choose to keep telling this story?
この話をすると、話をした後、その日の夜とか自分一人でこうゆっくりするときに、亡くなった父親とか母親とか弟のことをこう思い出すんですよ。で、今まで忘れてたこともふっとこう思い出すことがあるんですね。自分はそれがすごく嬉しい。人間はほら死ぬじゃないですか。死ぬのは当たり前なんだけども、肉体は死んでも心の中で生きてると思ってる。あとは来てくれた人にですね、自分と同じ思いをしてほしくないっていうことですね。自分の場合はほら両親たちはもうそこに行けば大丈夫っていうことでそこに避難したんですけど、実はそこは大丈夫じゃなかった。だから自分が納得できるところにもう素早く避難してほしい、生き残ってほしいっていうかな。だからこうやって話してます。
ありがとうございます。はい。It's been a couple of weeks since that trip, and I'm not gonna lie, I cried a few times while rewatching that footage, but it has been one of the most impactful experiences of my life.
私は富谷市っていう津波があった海側の出身で、岩手県で小学校の先生をしてたんですけど、2011年にその津波があって、自分の同級生とか、親戚とかが亡くなったのを見て、自分も生き残っちゃったなっていう感じもあるんで、なんかその命を無駄にしないというかね、人の役に立って生きれるように何かね仕事を新しくしてみようかなと思って。やっぱその津波の話とかって悲しい話とか暗い話かもしれないけど、むしろそこから立ち直って生きている場所でもあるので、ここで生きてる人、本当に頑張ってる人たちとか明るい人たちとか前を向いてる人たちがいっぱいいるんで、そういう人たちに出会っていただくと、来た人たちもまたエネルギーチャージしてもらったりとか、また頑張ろうと思ったりとか、自分の生活をもっと大事にしようと思ったりとか、なんかそういう風になれば嬉しいなと思います。
What a beautiful voice.
The Michinoku Coastal Trail is a chance to really experience a part of Japan you probably have never seen before and is still in its unchanged form.
It doesn't have a tail. Oh my god, we saw a koshka.
You can come on your own, and if that's the only way you're going to come, please do. Just come any way you can. But if you're up for hiring a guide, going through northern Japan horizons and having us show you the highlights, the best parts.
Blood of the mountain.
God, you're scared.
I think you'll get a deeper experience. We'll be able to introduce you to some locals and make a real connection with some areas, some families, some people up here. And so, yeah, please come to northern Japan and experience the MCT, the Michinoku Coastal Trail.